Oh, hello again, and welcome back to the second part of the working with the Mamiya-Sekor C, and I forgot to write it. It's a 2.8 and 80 millimeter. And it had some sticky aperture blades and other issues, and also a stiff focus ring. Well, so I will, in this part, the second part, continue with the with clean aperture blades and nice and clean helicois, so they look really okay to me. And I will re-lube with re-grease with the Liqui-Moly LM47. It's a MoS2 grease that is really good for helicoids, as have tested on many lenses. So I think it's a good lube, a good grease for this purpose. So and it's very economical. And with a brush, a good brush, fine makeup brush or something, it's really good. So let's continue. And yeah, I will simply just begin with the to re-grease the helicois here and put it together so it will work proper again. And yeah, so it is. And what to begin? I think I will begin with the in the middle helicoid, and it should be quite okay. There is a mark there. So yeah, now have some grease. It shouldn't be very much, since it works really good, this grease. Maybe it's better to just do it on the other. I would guess so. Doesn't have to be much. I will just spread the grease here, so there will not be much. There's no need for adding too much. The focus will be just way too stiff. So I will just add a little now and then put it in, unscrew it again, and then wipe away the rest of it. Yeah, I think so there. And I think it will probably work. We have to wipe away some of it anyway. And then find the correct mark, as we set in the in the first part of the video. Sorry, no, it's not Corona. I set a mark where this middle helicoid comes off, and I will try to catch it again, since I also have a mark here on the inside of the middle helicoid. So and I think it will be something like there, and let's see, it has to be, this is my starting point. I know it can be hard to see, sorry. Maybe I should just, so one can actually see what's going on, then add a red mark again. The other one was cleaning away with the lighter fluid. But here we are again. Hopefully you can see it. So it came off here at the off mark, something there, and then I can just turn it, and as I have my reference here, I wrote in the beginning, the middle helicoid gets off after 4 3/4 turn, and I have to end up with a measure from the back here. Oh, come on, autofocus. From the back here to this area here, and it should be 20.49 millimeter. So I guess I should end up with that. Well, let's see. Okay, first the 3/4 turn. So it will go all the way up here, and then this is my starting point. So then from there has to be 4 turn. So, and I will screw it in clockwise. So we go, and this was the 3/4 turn here, and from now on it's 4 turns. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and just give it some good movement. Wow, feels good. And then unscrew it again. There's no need for count the turns, because I know I will end it up the correct place, the correct position. That's fine. And I can just wipe a little away with a cotton bud. It works okay. So there, no need for having too much. And also here, I would think so. And we can maybe there has to be a little more. It has to fill up both. Oh, sorry. It has to fill up both this helicoi and also the other one. So we can just give it a little more, just a fraction more, because then we are sure that all the thread, they get enough, and we can just wipe away. It's not a big problem. So there, I would think that's fine for now. And then we can just put it in. Remember the starting point, 3/4 turn. From there is in the correct position, and then it comes up here, and then 4 turns from now on. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. That's it. So we have it here, and give it some movement, and there it is. Now, next thing is the inner helicoid will come on, and we just do the same. Give it some good grease here, not too much. You'll spread it anyway. Just so all the grooves has some lube. Then we can just spread it then maybe I should have do it on the other part. Well, we'll see. It will be spread anyway, but of course that doesn't have to be too much. So there. And also in the very end of the grooves up here, they have to be, yeah. Okay, so there, just like painting, not too much. I will take out the rest if there is too much. So I think it'll be fine for now. Now, the next thing is the inner helicoid that has a mark which I set in the beginning, and it should start here. So if I put it in like this and find the correct groove, hopefully it should be something like, it has to wiggle a little to get the correct groove, and I think it's there. Then turn it and it will end up over here where I set the other mark. Now let's see if we are correct in the grooves. Oh, I just have to take it out again and do some movement so the grease can go into the grooves. And there, just have to, this mark here, my starting point there, and I go a 3/4 turn, almost, not as much. It's a little over half a turn, and then it comes, as you see the 2 mark, then it comes, gets a little over. Oh yeah, we have this there. The middle helicoid has to sit the correct place, so it will come off at the 2 marks with the red dot also there, and it's off. Let's see how much there is left on the thread. It's not much, and we can just take away if there is too much. There's no need for that. Also on the other. And we could add a little here in the 2 notches for the guide pin, so they will have some kind of groove. Not groove, but grease. So not too much. So there, and on the other. And that's okay. Yeah, fine enough. My arrow is there, and my mark is there, so they have just to sit in line, those 2 marks. And I also have my mark here at the 4, the infrared mark, where it is. So the 2 marks are fine, and then I can just add my inner helicoid, find the correct groove. Since there are many possibilities for not getting the correct, we have to wiggle click, it says, and then have a good grip here on both the outside here and the middle helicoid, so it will not move. And then I will go all the way over to. Okay. Well, there was some errors here. Well, I figured out that it was just me. I set this mark because it's my starting point for the inner helicoid, and my arrow here is my starting point here. And yeah, as I remember, I should go from here to all the way over here. No, I go from there to there. That's why I think, okay, there was something wrong with the near end, and the helicoid here should not be all the way in. So and then I get a wrong measuring. So that's why it is so important to have written down how long is the helicoid from one end to the other. I mean, when you put them in. So it's really essential to, when you disassemble, before you disassemble a lens, you measure it, how long is from the back to the front of the different helicoids, because I haven't seen the repair manual for this lens, so how should I know what's correct? So that's why the notes are really important. Now, I was correct about the inner helicoid. That should be something like 2049, which is actually close to where it should. And, well, there. And that's fine. So now, when I put this, the inner helicoid in, my mark is there, and I should only end up there. Well, sometimes things goes wrong, as you probably also know. So trying to catch the correct thread, and it should set click in a way. It can be difficult to catch sometimes. And there, I think it is. No, not yet. One have to wiggle a little, go back and forth until you find the correct thread. It should be something there. Here we have it. And then I go to there only, not all the way around as I did. Now, then I should measuring something 37.48 or so. And let's see how it will go. Oh, sorry. At near end from the front of the till back is 45.51, and that's correct in a way. Oh, there we almost something there. It's not that I mean, depends on how you measure it. Should be something like no, maybe it's the wrong thread. Let's see. Could be, because when will it come off? Is it off at a thread before or the other one? Okay, it was not the correct as I see it. So something like should be there in this area. But I have to find the correct thread. Sometimes it's good when you have a loose hand in this case, and then you don't no, I think it's there. Click, and here we are. Should be something like there. 45.51 or so. So that's fine. So then I can just put the pin in, both of them, the two guide pins, and that should be all fine. There and there. And since they have a number on it, this is pin number 1, this is pin number 2, and I have already give it some grease. And then we should be able to put it in. Now, yep. 2 small screwdriver and this one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's winter time. Not something serious. And there, tighten it there and there and there, and here we are. Now, then we are on the right track. So let's see. Set it to the mark in here, which we probably can see here, or the other mark I set here at the infrared. Now, it's on the near end at the moment. So then I should be able to put in the focusing ring, and where is the 0.7 and the index mark there, so I could just drop it over here and get the correct 0.7 there. Now move the plate in here to the correct position where the screws are. Can be a little tricky to put in. And then move it there. It's correct? Yeah, it is. Now, then the smaller screwdriver for those screws. Then you can see here. So. And where is this one? And now it's good. It should be correct. This is the 3 screws that hold the focusing ring itself. This is also the way, if your lens will not go to infinity, you loosen the, just loosen this one or two turns, this, and this, and then you can adjust the to infinity or near end. But as you can see here, it works pretty good, and it's nice and smooth, really good. So how about the measuring from the focusing ring? Near end, yeah. Let's see, focusing ring should be that, and I ended up, well, that's pretty good, as it should be. So it's at near end, and it's as I said, the 0.7. It should be 37.48 millimeter, and that's what we have. So that's fine. So I will end up with a lens that can go all the way to infinity like it was before, but now with a much better and less stiffer focusing ring. Wow, that's great. Great. Now, next thing is the aperture plates. That's the next part, and I think I will just put in the plates, and then all the parts, and the plates are clean like we want them. Where is it? This one and this plate here, and all the plates. And we need the moving part in here, there. Now we add the moving plate, so we can just drop it in there. Oh, maybe I should, I think I will just put the back thing in, the back parts, so then I can stick the moving aperture part here through the hole where it should be. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. And where do we have parts? Here. This here goes, it's like this, and there does not have to be any kind of grease at all. It has to run dry. That's important. Now this special screw with shoulders, I think it's called, and if we can catch the hole, there it is. Just align the hole here. And take care when tighten the screw here, so it will not, if you not go all the way and it hang on the shoulder on the screw, so be sure to not just tighten it, but give it a little, and then this one should move freely as it should. And you remember before, no, it was not at all happy to move at all. So, and this ring goes on here. I actually tried to put it in the other way, but it's not possible at all, because the mechanism here will not at all work if you turn it over or flip it over. Now the lock ring here comes in, and just put it gently over and go all the way around fingers. Then one could use a tool to gently put it into the groove it fits on, and then there it is now. And here we have it. Then we can move here, and it can move as it should. So that's all fine. Then I can add the spring. No, not really, because I miss the this part here. Now, and then it's time to put in the aperture blades and this stuff. And remember, this part here comes first. No, it will not. This part comes first, and it will go the little pin here. This little pin will go through here. So we put it in here, so it will stick. There we have it. You can see it moves, so it's correct. And then we can turn it over and see it will go through the hole. So that's fine. Oh. So here we are. And now maybe I should add the plate here. I think I'll do so. Maybe it's better to just add the plates first, and then this plate and the top plate for the aperture plates. So I can just put in all the plates. Hopefully it will work. There. And catch the holes here. Sometimes it can be a little tricky, and we just go counterclockwise with the plates. No, yeah, we have to do that, because then it will not work at all. Something like there. So now you can see it, it's fine. Hope you can see what's going on. Yeah, I can see it on my monitor I have in front of me, so I know I'm in the frame or not. And there we have it. Click into place. Align the blade here. So, yeah, we are almost there, but I mean the last one is the more tricky blade to put in, and can sometimes be a little tricky to add. But hopefully it's not a problem here. Now, to get the last blade in, like many other lenses, I need to flip out one or two of the first blades, so I can so I have access to the last hole. So if we see like this, sometimes you have to hold the first blade and at the same time add the last blade. Yeah, I can see it's not easy, but we will try anyway. So it's good to have a tweezer or so, a tool non-magnetic, because the plates are magnetic. And then add the last plate. Hopefully catch the hole. Come on. Here we are. And then with a dentist tool or something like that, now lift up the plate and move it in to place. Hopefully it will work. It seems like not easy. And then we have a round shape of plates. There. And then you have to adjust one or two of the plates so they have a full round circle. Something like that. It looks pretty good. And all the plates are in place. Then I can add the this brass plate or whatever material it's made of. Remember, it has a hole here, one hole here, and it has to have the hole down here. And the other 3 holes are for the there was something here. So, and we can just put it in and it will hopefully work. Something like that. Now, yeah, and then add 1 screw to the plate here, and it should sit there. Don't tighten it fully. You can maybe it needs to be adjusted a little. So, then the top, the cover plate for the aperture, and since I have a mark here, I should end it up with a mark down here, as I said in the beginning before I disassemble it. And so that's it. Should just drop over it. And here we are. And the aperture is fully open. Where's all the pins? Nah, something is not correct. Okay, I figured out. There was something I forgot. I was not aware of. It's because the aperture blade moving ring has to go all the way over to there. Then the hole, the opening here has to be fully round, so all the blades have to follow the line of the hole, the circle of the hole. Then it's correct to put in the plate here, and so all the holes in for the aperture blade will align correctly. So I put in this plate here, and something like that. And then I will align the plate as it should with my marks which I set earlier, and then I should be able to align the plate and also make sure the all the pins, the 6 pin here, as you can see here, there, and there and there. So now everything is correctly lined up. It was just I was not aware of the moving part on the back. So now I should be able to put in the 3 screws that hold the plate in place, and that's all fine. Sometimes it could be a little tricky to put in if you're not aware of, okay, where should it sit. So just not fully tighten the screws yet, because we need to align the plate so it sits correct, and also the small pin for the aperture plates has to be aligned a little, maybe, to get them correct into the holes here. And there, here we are. Now let's see if it will work. So I can move the moving part of the aperture and see if they will close proper. Looks like, wow, worked really good. So I can then align the marks I have here, which is not at the moment correct. So I can just push it a little. That was a little too far. And there, I think it should be, yeah. That's correct. Then gently tighten the 3 screws, and then we are done. So it takes a little longer because then I have to figure out, okay, was it correct what I did before I disassembled it? But it was. Now here we on the back can see how it will go, and the blades move very good. Wow. Remember before it was really sticky and could not at all move the aperture. So that's fine. What a great success. So I can add the little spring. Put it over the little post here. Make sure it will not fly around. Sometimes they can do. There we have it. And there we are. So that's fine. Wow, great. Now that's an aperture that works as it should. So now the rest of the assembly will be quite easy. This ring goes on, not yet, because we need to put in the aperture ring itself, and also the tiny spring and the little steel ball. And there we can just add a little of grease to the end of the spring here so the steel ball will stick to it. There. Don't miss that part. Now, here we are. And remember, not turn the focusing ring when it sits on, because if you go to the bigger notch, you have to take off the aperture ring again. So it's better if you start here at something like 2.8 on the aperture ring, then put it on, so you have a kind of catch one of the notches here, and simply try to press in there, and hold it there, put the aperture ring on, and don't move it too much. I mean, you can do it one click or two, but the bigger notch have to sit all the way up to here, as you can see here. So when I move it, so there, it's correct. Now then I can add the cam ring or so, whatever names it has. So there, and here we are. Now add the this ring here, and it should sit like something like here. I think it can only sit in one position, so it will be there with the A&M close to the 80 millimeter. Then add the 3 screws, there. Maybe you have to find the holes. And this one, tighten them not too much, and the last one, and then we are, well, in a way, safe home. Then we can turn the aperture. Well, it will not move at the moment, but as we act as a, oh, now you can see, and it will move freely. Wow. Great. Now then I can just add the back, I mean the mount. Put this pin into the gap here, just so we can see what's going on here. It will say like this, then put it over, catch the position of where it should be, like there. I mean, we have to find the holes where the screws have to go through, but it shouldn't be a problem. So there. Just move the mount a little, then catch the holes, so screw it in. And also my it says on manual, so something would work. Wow. And on A, if I set it to 22, well, things should work. Wow, great. That's really good. I'm happy. So the rest is just assemble the parts. So sorry for there was some breaks. I mean, it happened when you work with a lens or so, but now, wow, it works as it should. That's great. Put in the back lens group. Fine. You can just set it to near end, I mean the infinity. Hold on. Put the back lens in. And with the rubber tools here, just tighten the back lens group. So, there. Then the front lens group, set it to near end. It's easier to put in. So there. Then add and fully tighten it. There. Then the front ring here goes in. It has to sit like this. It can only sit incorrect. So there. We are almost home. Tighten it gently. Then put on the nameplate. Name ring. Click, and then we can just screw it in. Or we could just use the rubber tools. Or we could not, it's too big, so it has to be all of them. There. So now here we are home, safe home again, and the lens is really good in the focusing. It works much better, in my opinion. The aperture is working as they should. Wow, that's really good. I mean, and even if it says to auto, and we can just see how good it will work. Snappy as it should be. So that's it. Wow, safe home again, and hope you enjoy the content of this video, or those two videos. There will be much more of about the M65 645. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one. It has some issue. Okay, yeah, you see if I advance, not possible. But it will be something later on. Hope you enjoy it. That's all for me. Stay safe out there. Bye bye.